Good morning, everyone. My name's Christopher Ellicott, and as Registrar of Bath Spa University, it's my huge pleasure to welcome you all here today on behalf of the Vice-Chancellor and the Board of Governors to the Assembly Rooms for this graduation ceremony. I know I can speak for everyone at the university when I say that this is a very special day in the academic calendar, as the whole university community comes together to celebrate the achievement of students who are about to be confirmed as graduates of Bath Spa University. But today is not just about graduating students. We know how important it is for students to receive support from their family and friends during what can be a particularly demanding time in their lives. The university therefore recognises and salutes the important supporting role played by all of you here today, which has made this ceremony possible. Before I go on, could I ask you just to show your appreciation for the staff from the university who have worked so hard to make today a success, and for the musicians who will play before and after the ceremony. Thank you. I'm now going to run through what will happen at the ceremony. In a few moments, I'll ask you to stand for the academic procession to enter the room, and you should remain standing until the Chancellor, Jeremy Irons, takes his seat at the centre of the stage, at which point you may all sit down. After the Vice-Chancellor's welcome address, we move to the presentation of awards to graduates, and this year we have an honorary award first, which is an honorary doctorate to Col Needham, and you'll find more information about Col Needham in your programme. There will be an oration and a presentation, and then I expect Mr. Needham will say a few words to you. The presentation of awards to graduates will follow. Graduating students will be directed by stewards to queue to the side of the stage to my left, and their names will be checked twice to make absolutely sure they are who they should be. Once at the side of the stage, the names of graduating students will be called by a member of staff from their academic area, and if need be, my colleague will place a hand in the small of their back and gently propel them up this ramp, where they will be greeted by the Chancellor, and please show your appreciation of all students as they cross the stage. Graduates return to their seats by doing a complete lap of the assembly rooms. That means going out of the far door, right round, along the corridor, and back in through the door to your left. There will be stewards posted along the way, so you can't possibly get lost. We've never lost anyone yet, so I suppose it's always the first time, isn't there? But no, I'm sure you'll be fine. After the presentations of each school, the Chancellor will speak to you, and then a graduating student will deliver the valedictory address. When the Chancellor confers the awards, that's normally the cue for you to throw your hats in the air. But, and I'm afraid this is serious, these chandeliers are very, very valuable. So I'm afraid I have to ask you to exercise some care when you're doing the throwing. Unfortunately, the lateral frisbee technique is equally dangerous, so I suggest probably waving the hat is the best you can do. And assuming no hat-related accidents, the Chancellor will speak to you after that. After the ceremony, after the academic procession has left, there'll be refreshments in the octagonal room, which came through outside the hall. This gets very crowded, so can I ask you to move as far up as you can in that, and you can go into the bar area where there's extra space. Finally, a few short domestic announcements. If anyone requires any medical assistance of any kind, we have first aid staff in the vestibule outside, so please draw the attention of a steward. In the unlikely event of us having to evacuate the assembly rooms, stewards and ushers will direct you to the nearest marked fire exit, and you should leave the building and assemble in the forecourt of the assembly rooms. Please ensure that your mobile phones are switched off or turned to silent. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy the ceremony, and if you would now please stand, we will await the entry of the academic procession. Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I call upon the Vice-Chancellor of Bath Spa University, Professor Susan Rigby, to open this graduation ceremony.
Good morning, everyone. Isn't it a beautiful day? Your photographs will look amazing. So, Chancellor, colleagues, graduands, friends, a very warm welcome to the Bath Spa University winter graduations. And colleagues, you may now remove your hats. Very important. You can't yet. We're delighted to be able to hold our ceremony in this historic setting, and we're very grateful to the staff in the assembly rooms and also to many of those in the university who work so hard to bring off such a complicated event. In particular, our music is a high point of our graduations, as it's a high point of our university. And I'd really like to thank our harpist, Ruth Kenyon, and the staff who give their time in the Premier Brass Quintet for adding so much class and joy to the day. I'd also this year like to highlight our mace, which was made by the very eminent sculptor Michael Penny, who worked at Bath Spa University for over 40 years and died just after Christmas. And so our mace, very atypical as it is a very precious thing for all of us, and I'd commend you to have a look at it as we leave. So we're here to celebrate the fantastic achievements of our graduating students. Each degree accomplished, especially a higher degree like a master's, comes with a narrative of hard work, late nights, panicked visits to the library, coffee and stress-busting cakes with friends, and a growing sense of confidence and capability. Very few of us emerge unchanged from the process of studying for a degree, and indeed we shouldn't, or it wouldn't have served its purpose. As with any life-changing event, growing up, having children, falling in love, you can't imagine it until you've done it, and then everything is changed. You can't go back now, you are made new. Can I invite our graduates to just take a moment to reflect on their own journey to this point? Well, you should be enormously proud of yourselves and all that you've accomplished. None of us, especially those of us here to celebrate with you on the platform, think it was easy. Although studying for and receiving a degree is something individual, it's accomplished within the supportive framework of friends and family, some of whom are here to celebrate with us today. In a moment, graduates, I'd like to ask you to stand up and give a big round of applause to the folk who've helped you to get to this point, both those who are in the room and those who are not here in person, but are definitely thinking about you right now. So if you would, will you stand up and give a big round of applause to your friends and supporters. Thanks very much. Brilliant. You can sit down again now. And yes, there's no need to stand for this, but can I also ask you to join me in thanking those staff who've taught you and supported you through your studies. I'm privileged to lead a group of outstanding academics and professionals who have you, their students, always at the heart of what they do. They work late hours, and many of them, and they're as delighted by your attainments as you are. So please thank them with me now. This is a high point in the university calendar, a day of great joy, but also great sadness. A university is a community of learners, nothing more and nothing less, and you've been a central part of that community for a while now. When you go, the community is lessened, and we will miss you. While we would have it no other way than that you graduate from our world and move on, you leave a big gap, and we are very sorry to say goodbye. But keep in touch. You're always part of the Bath Spa community. If we can help you in any way in future, let us know, and we would love to hear about your successes and your stories in the coming years. And it's a community that you can be very proud of. Our roots stretch deep, back into the 1850s, and since that time, some of Britain's finest artists and teachers have worked with us. But we're a university of the 21st century, designed to meet the challenges of a post-industrial, highly volatile and rapidly changing world. You graduate into uncertain times with an academic armoury that will allow you to thrive. You are critical, creative, analytical, able to dance on the margins of knowledge and open your mind to the unknown. You don't rush to quick decisions, you don't rush to blame. Rather, you bring your high-level academic skills to bear on a problem or an opportunity, and in doing so, you make the world a better place. You possess a toolkit for the unknown, and that is all you need. Success for you may be out in the world, or it may be inside a small group of valued family and friends. Remember, there is no external metric of achievement, only the small voice inside that expresses pride and determination as you make your way through life. But if I had to choose a set of people to make a difference and to make things better, it would be you, our graduates. And just now, I can ask no less of you than that you thrive in your life journeys and that you make a difference, and that in doing so, piece by piece, you change everything. You have the rest of your life to spend, and I will be delighted to watch as you spend it wisely and for the benefit of others in these uncertain but interesting times. So well done, graduates. Have a great day. You've earned it, and I congratulate you. The university has within its gift the authority to award honorary degrees to individuals whose achievements and activities are resonant with the core values of the institution. We now make one such award, and I'm very pleased to invite Dr. Susan Macmillan to propose the award of an honorary doctorate of Bath Spa University to Cole Needham.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, friends and graduands, it is my pleasure to propose Cole Needham, the founder and CEO of the Internet Movie Database, for the award of an Honorary Doctorate of Letters. I'm sure that many of you here this morning dream of turning something you are truly passionate about into a multi-million-pound career, and that is what Cole Needham has done. The Internet Movie Database, or IMDb as you probably know it, is one of the most successful online platforms in the world, with a combined web and app audience of over 250 million users a month. I imagine all of us in this room have at some point used IMDb to watch trailers, to read reviews, check out entertainment news or film trivia. Did you know, for example, that Oscar-winning actor Jeremy Irons is a great horseman? He hates cooking and was the voice of Scar in The Lion King. It's all on IMDb. There is no doubt that it is a global phenomenon. So how did Cole's passion become a successful business? And what can we learn from the world of movies that might inspire your futures? Many of you here this morning are lucky to have grown up in a world where you can use your phone to watch the latest film on the bus and buy a cinema ticket at the click of a button. But back in the 1970s, when Cole was a child, things were a little different. But the environment was perfect for the genesis of IMDb. During Cole's childhood, in Manchester, some classic movies were released. The first film Cole saw at the cinema, aged 8, was Jaws in 1975. He loved it, but it did apparently put him off swimming for life. He saw Star Wars in 1977, and he queued round the block for longer than the running time of the movie to see it. And when Ridley Scott's film Alien was released on video, Cole rented it from the local video shop and apparently watched it 14 times. Yes, 14 times in a row. It is a good film, though. So this was a young lad who clearly had a passion for film from a very early age. Now, young Cole was so fascinated with the movie world that he started typing out details of every film he watched, from the names of the stunt supervisors and screenwriters to the focus pullers and grips. His passion for detail was helped by the arrival of another technological must-have of the 70s, a VHS recorder, which enabled him to stop, rewind, and replay the credits. In 1979, the year Alien was released, the 12-year-old Cole was given a computer for Christmas, but it was in kit form, and Cole had to build it himself. Now, the computer, only had 128 bytes, yes, bytes, of memory, so that's not even enough for a whole tweet. But despite those early technological limitations, this was the start of his interest in technology, and soon it would help him develop his passion for film even further. Cole went digital in 1981, turning his film lists into database form on his new Sharp MZ80K computer, and that one he didn't have to build himself. By the time Cole got to university, like you, he had a vision, a future where film fans could connect via a global filmmaking network. In 1988, he graduated again, just like you, but this time with a degree in computer science from Leeds, and worked as a software engineer at Hewlett-Packard in Bristol. But at home, he was still developing his film database. So graduates, lodge this: passion plus persistence equals success. Because in 1990, before Facebook and MySpace and Friends reunited, and at the very start of the internet as we know it, Cole launched IMDb, the first and only cinematic social network. And the rest is history. In January 1998, IMDb became a wholly owned subsidiary of Amazon.com. Hundreds of thousands of people, from actors polishing their credits, to filmmakers listing their crew, to ordinary film fans, now post information on IMDb. It also now plays an active role in Hollywood by tracking box office revenue and connecting actors and writers to the producers, the casting directors, and film festivals that can boost careers. This is why Cole has now been described as the most influential Brit in Hollywood. Cole believes that IMDb democratizes filmmaking, and he has enabled all of us to understand and interact with the creative industries globally. Now, you'd think that a Hollywood A-lister would live in LA, but no, Cole lives a few miles from here with his wife Karen, and he works with our students annually on the IMDb Script Awards. And when I asked him for some advice for you, graduates, to guide your own futures, he suggested that you should all see more movies. As actor Steve Martin says in the film Grand Canyon, all of life's riddles are answered in the movies. And it seems apt to finish with another movie quote, with facts checked, of course, on IMDb. The movie, Dead Poets Society, won an Oscar for the best screenplay in 1989. And this is a line from that film. No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world. Cole Needham certainly had an idea that changed the world for movie fans. And I hope it inspires you, our wonderful Bath Spa graduates, to have ideas that will change the world too. Chancellor, I present to you Cole Needham as eminently worthy of the award of Honorary Doctorate of Letters from Bath Spa University.
Thank you very much. It's really such an honour to be here today and to share in all your special days. So I really am pleased to be here. I thought, as you're heading out after your time at Bath Spa, that you might like some advice. And as we've just heard, all of life's riddles are answered in the movies. So I have some hopefully inspiring film quotes that may guide some of you. So they won't necessarily all speak to everybody in the room, but maybe there's something in one of these that will kind of strike a spark, kindle a fire. 9 movie quotes. Okay, so the first is spoken by Tilda Swinton as Rebecca Dearborn in Vanilla Sky. What is any life without the pursuit of a dream? Okay.
Second one by Jack Bannon as Christopher Morecambe in The Imitation Game. Sometimes it's the very people who no one imagines anything of who do the things no one can imagine. Okay. Next, by Kelly MacDonald as Princess Merida in Brave. There are those who say fate is something beyond our command, that destiny is not our own. But I know better. Our fate lives within us. You only have to be brave enough to see it. Okay? All right, and then just as if things are getting too carried away too far, we have Matthew Broderick as Ferris Bueller from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, one for the parents. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Okay. Victoria Tennant as Sarah in LA Story said, "Let your mind go and your body will follow." Okay. And what would any selection of wise words be without a set of words from Ian McKellen as Gandalf in The Hobbit? I have found it is the small things, everyday deeds of ordinary folk that keep the darkness at bay. Simple acts of kindness and love. Okay. Perhaps a little one bit more modern. Gal Gadot as Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman. Now I know only love can save this world. So I stay, I fight, and I give for the world I know can be. This is my mission, now and forever. Importantly, next we have Rory Cochrane as Lucas from Empire Records. I do not regret the things I have done, but those that I did not do. Okay? And finally, to end on a more humorous note, Ellen DeGeneres as Dory in Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming. Thank you.
Follow that. We now move to the presentation of awards to graduates of the university, and it's my very great pleasure to call upon the Chancellor of Bath Spa University, Mr. Jeremy Irons, to receive graduates from the College of Liberal Arts, Writing, Film and Digital Creativity.
Chancellor, I present the following candidates for the award of Bachelor of Arts with honours in combined awards. Cecilia Divina Gunawijaja. Nicole Mary Milsom. Thomas James Schofield. Chancellor, I present the following candidate for the award of Bachelor of Arts with honours in Creative Arts, Amy Charlotte Butler. Chancellor, I present the following candidate for the award of Bachelor of Science with honours in Creative Computing Animation. William Jeremy Thatcher. Chancellor, I present the following candidate for the award of Bachelor of Science with honours in Creative Computing Gaming. Angus Henry Alexander Allen. Chancellor, I present the following candidates for the award of Bachelor of Arts with honours in Film, TV and Digital Production. Oscar George Davis. Valeria Samantha Dodds-Cheppy. James William Hood. Chancellor, I present the following candidates for the award of Master of Arts in Creative Writing. Josephine Mary O'Kay Alford. Roxanne Miladis Barbon. Charlotte Benny. Thomas John Carlyle. Tony Lee Chappell. Andrea Darby. Sean Elaine Davis. Martin Charles William Day. Sophie Vanessa Dumont. Anbur Nassar Guri. Nicola Heaney. Tessa Alice Hewitt. Rachel Jane Hyde. Naomi Louise Jenkins. Moira Francis Johnston. Priscilla Edwina Adriana Cornelia Kint. Laura Carolina Kohonen. Nadia Therese Morris. Jennifer Mullen. Joanna Francis Nissel. Abigail Rosie Nuttall. Hannah Louise O'Donnell. Catherine Lindsay Richards. Sally Fortune Richards. Alison Christine Roxburgh. Edith Salgado. Georgia May Stone. Louise Blythe Summers. Lynn Marie Taylor. Sif Rose Tyson. Callum Thomas Wensley.
Chancellor, I present the following candidates for the award of Master of Arts in Feature Filmmaking. Menatollah Mahmood Ekram Abdelkader Ahmed. Jenna Lee Rhodes.
Chancellor, I present the following candidates for the award of Master of Arts in Script Writing. Gabriella Christina Finnegan. Darren James Kay. Joshua Sean McGrillen. Douglas Sebastian Murdoch. Rachel Lucy Pownall. Isla Alicia Aleri Angharad Ur. Kayla Elizabeth Verlander.
Chancellor, I present the following candidates for the award of Master of Research in Transnational Writing. Swagata Ghosh. Connor Ryan MacLeod. Danny Carlo Pandolfi. Chancellor, I present the following candidates for the award of Master of Arts in Travel and Nature Writing. Pathamarai Chenoy. John Woolner.
Chancellor, I present the following candidates for the award of Master of Arts in Writing for Young People. Zuleika Aisha Afsal. Shannon Kimberly Barrett. Vibke Brueggemann. Lucy Cuffew. Alexandra Francis English. Eve Hallam. Annika Hussain. Hilary Gelbert. Rosamond Mary Marinelli. Callan Kerry James Martin. Tamsin Nanette Murray. Caitlin Emily Mulligan. Christopher Philip Owen. Sophie Victoria Rowe. Francesca Ann Stevenson. James William Sykes. Lillian Grace Terry Walsh. Bethany Joe Tomlin. Hanneke Kimberly Took. William Mark Tracy. Stephanie Williamson.
Chancellor, I present the following candidates for the award of Doctor of Philosophy. For her work entitled Haley World, a zoeography of William Haley, 1745 to 1820, Lisa Hilary G. For her work entitled Stories in the Skin, Empathy, Embodiment and the Novel, Emma Charlotte Geen. For her work entitled Julia Lindquist, a novel and writing the unhappy queer ending, Beatrice Hitchman.
Chancellor, in addition to those candidates presented to you, I commend to you the other candidates listed here, but in absentia, for conferment of their various awards.
By virtue of the authority of my office as Chancellor of Bath Spa University, I confer the awards of those candidates both here present and those in absentia. And now you'll be relieved to hear you can take off your hats. what to say to you. I mean, obviously, well done. You've done what you set out to do, and I hope you've done it slightly better than you expected. And those of you who've scraped through, well, don't scrape through next time. But well done. What is it that a Chancellor has to say? I suppose it's something about, maybe we could talk about focus, about intent. We live in a very free society in many ways. We have very wide options about what we can do, which is sometimes not very helpful. Now, you've done your particular courses. You've concentrated on that. I suppose you have the option to change direction or to keep going. But I would say to you, spend a bit of time thinking about what you want to do exactly, where you want to get to, what you want out of life, those big questions. Try to spend a bit of time listening, not just to other people, and certainly not to the babble of this clattering, chattering, shattering world, but to yourself. Because you are different, each one of you, to anybody else. We're all really individual, even though we're encouraged to behave in certain ways that are similar to each other, because people can make money out of that. But listen to yourself. Listen to how you feel in different places, in different situations, thinking about different objects in your direction. What is it that makes you feel comfortable? I suppose what we really look for in life is balance of some sort. A balance between the conflicting desires we have, that we want family and yet we don't want to be tied to the home. We want to be able to put a roof over our heads, and yet maybe we think what we're doing won't earn us a lot of money. How important is that to you? What is success? Is it valuable? Who judges success? Is it you, judging your own success? Because you're the only one who knows where you want to get to. Or are you affected by what society thinks? I would advise on the former way, because if you're unhappy, society won't care as much as you care. If you're happy, society might not notice as much as you notice. So judge success for yourself about whether you've done what you set out to do. But importantly, I think in this world, find your time. Find your time for quietness and learn the joy in whatever field you're in, or even just in life, of being simple. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older, but it seems to me that life is getting incredibly complicated. I mean, if I want to watch something on the television, it's like I need a degree to get into it. My telephone keeps telling me things I don't want to know. I just want to be able to have a little thing that you press and you get a number and you ring and you talk to that person. So my advice to you is to simplify. Get rid of the clutter of life, especially if you're working in the arts, because I think to work properly in whatever medium, whether it be digital, whether it be acting, whether it be writing, You've got to get in touch with your own sound, with your own feelings. And they speak quite quietly, but they're there. So give yourself that time, whether it's walking, whether it's yoga, whether it's standing outside by yourself and having a cigarette, whatever it is, just find time, find downtime. I find as an actor, a lot of my best ideas come when I'm having a bath. And I'm just sort of thinking, this is wonderful. Oh, I could do that. Rather than sweating over a book or whatever. And while you're doing it, remember that if you want some sort of contentment and balance and maybe even happiness, although that's a funny word, in life, you'll only really get it through other people. So go out of yourself, especially those of you who find your work keeps you fairly solitary. Go out of yourself into other people. Make friends. If you can't make friends, then, and I mean real friends, I mean, don't go out just on the piss, something's nice now and again, but make real friends who value the same things that you value and who care about the same things you care about. And support them and open to them. I mean, really open, not sort of on a 25-word tweet or however long you're allowed to do, but really open, and you'll find they open to you, and then you have, and I hope some of you have made these sort of relationships here, but continue looking. There are like-minded people. And if you find it hard to make friends, then just think about helping other people. But whatever you do, get out of yourselves. There's this horrible number of students self-harming and some killing themselves because of the pressure. There is no pressure. It's made up. Get rid of it. Let it go. Go into your friends, and you'll find there is the rock and the stability of life and of relationships and of trust, which hold us all up as a society. So, I'm going to stop now because it's gone on long enough. You're very lucky, parents, that this is a small graduation. In the summer, we have one where you go back and back and back and back, and the students, you can see nothing but a sea of hats, and it goes on for a couple of days. As Chancellor, I have to be careful not to do the same thing, and I'm sorry about my back, but basically one wants to talk to the students. So as I finish, I'd like to say to you, leave here with a taste of the exalted possibilities of being human, of being true to the highest in yourself. And I say this not as your Chancellor or as a perceived successful actor from his ivory tower, but as an ordinary man trying to make sense of the world, every day driven more by the forces of greed and conformity than by imagination and love. Love makes us brave. Love makes us smart. As the poet Christopher Loeb wrote, Apollinaire said, "Come to the edge. We might fall. Come to the edge. It's too high. Come to the edge." So they came, and he pushed them, and they flew.
Thank you, Chancellor. You are our heart and our guide. I'd like to invite Lucy Cuthew in the MA Writing for Young People to deliver the student valediction.
Thank you for the warm-up act, Jeremy. That was very good of you to prime the audience. I did ask for Simba, but he wasn't available, so just another disappointing thing in my life. I was really looking forward to today because I honestly, I'm not going to cry. I love these guys. And my tutors, one of whom's over there. And everything to do with this MA that we've just finished. We have really made friends for life. And friends who've gone above and beyond the bounds of normal friendship and well into weird with the number of iterations of each other's work that we've read at various times of the day and night. So I was really looking forward to it, but then our amazing course director, Julia Green, asked me to give this valediction, and I just started to feel sick every time I thought about it. But I coached myself that taking risks is what this MA has been about, and so I hope I won't be sick as I say good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, just looked at my little sister and she's quite emotional, so if you could hide your face, that would be great. And actually, all the time, because you're my little sister, so you know. Good morning, proud family members, children and friends. And good morning, fellow graduates. We did it. A year or two of our lives to get to this day and wear these hats. I think I speak for everyone when I say there have been many early mornings, late nights, and long days hunched over laptops, sacrificing our social lives, our sleep, and our box set game. But it was worth it, wasn't it, to get to wear these silly hats? You'd think we'd feel self-conscious, but we don't, because most of us have been metaphorically wearing a silly hat since we were children. Wearing it after work or after dark, in secret even. And taking these MAs has been the chance to wear that hat publicly, to declare what we have always known inside. The metaphorical hat is the knowledge that we are writers, creators, artists, computer programmers. I didn't realize that you guys were going to be here. That's so cool. And what a tricky hat that is to wear. It feels presumptuous, outrageous, almightily pretentious. Worse still, no one awards it to you, tells you that you're allowed to wear it. It's yours by rights, you earned it. We sneak it out under sentences like, I'm sort of working on this thing, or I've kind of got this idea, until it's impossible to deny, and we write something properly. Is that enough to call ourselves a writer? What does it take? Getting an agent, getting something published, a 3-book deal, a rave review in The Guardian, and a place on a panel at Hay, to list a few of my writery daydreams? I don't think so. I think we become writers by writing. And that is what these incredibly challenging MAs have given us permission to do properly. Write. You might spend your whole life waiting for someone to tell you you're a writer. So what I want to say to you today is you already are a writer. You were before you came here. And if you were in any doubt whatsoever this morning, this ridiculous hat, which now I'm the only person wearing, I think you should all put them back on, please. Everybody put on your hats, thank you. You'll need it at the end anyway. Thanks for getting on board. This ridiculous hat that you are now wearing is the proof you were waiting for. It is quite unfortunate for my metaphor that these hats are on loan. But when we leave today and take them off, and do return them because there is a hefty fine if you don't, I want you to imagine you're putting on another hat and you get to keep that forever. Dream one up, And wear it all the time, because it's the right to call yourself a writer. Break into white space with words from your own inner wildness. Make sense of the chaos. Do the deed that demands to be done, and tell the tale that tugs at you. Write the truth, and do it well, because that is what you owe your hat. Stories matter, set them free. The last thing I want to say is probably the most important thing I've ever been given the platform to say, and that is a sincere and heartfelt thanks from the many of us in silly hats, I told you it'd be worth putting them on, to the few of you in sillier hats. By which, of course, I do mean all of our tutors, hatted and non-hatted. We are all here graduating today because of the hard work, academic dedication, and intellectual insight of a small handful of extraordinary individuals. The work of the academics who create, teach, and fight for these courses, their thought, their wisdom, their willingness to engage in meaningful intellectual debate is what makes these College of Liberal Arts MAs worth their weight in weirdness. Much of what they do goes unseen, unappreciated, and uncredited, but because of them, we leave here today much the richer. Because of them, we've shared our stories, found faith in our fantasies, dared to dream big and do it better. So on behalf of myself and all the students from the MA in Writing for Young People, I would like to thank 3 exceptional tutors who are here today. Julia Green, Steve Boak, and Joanna Nadin. You guys are rock stars. And for all the tutors in the College of Liberal Arts, both present and absent, we take our hats off to you. Thank you. Mine's pinned on, but take your hats off. Thank you very much, Lucy. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to bring this ceremony to a close by offering you a Gaelic blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may your God hold you in the palm of his hand. Ladies and gentlemen, I declare this ceremony closed.
Would you please stand for the academic procession?